Hey you guys, welcome back to my channels. To all my brown sugar babes, hello, thank you so much for subscribing. And to all of my new followers, thank you so much for investing your time to watch my video. Today we're going to talk about what is needed for first time apartment hunters. If I have a son, he is 24 and he's about to be 25. He's at that age where he is ready, he feels, to move out. But he was like, I don't really know what all I need to do. So I figured, why not make a video and not just tell my son, but other people as well. The first thing, the most important thing is, of course, the money. You want to make sure that you're making 3 times the rent. For an example, if your rent is $1,000, that means you need to make an income, gross income, at the end of the month of $3,000. They want to make sure that you're able to not, suffer paying your bills. They want you to be able to have more than enough to pay their bill for at least your lease time, whether that's 6 months, 12 months, 15 months, whatever you choose. And another thing, choosing the amount of time with the lease determines the amount. The longer you sign a lease, the cheaper your monthly rent will be, because they're giving you a deal. It's like saying thank you for staying longer time with us, and we'll spread out the amount to give you a little accommodations. So consider that. Some apartments have more than just up to 12 months. Some have 13, 14, 15 months. So ask those questions. Another part of the income that's needed is your deposit. What is a deposit? A deposit is the amount that you put down, and they hold that amount the entire time of your lease. Now, depending on how good you take care of their apartment, depends on if you get all or some or none of your deposit back. Most deposits starts at $500. What determines your deposit is your credit score. Based on your credit score, you can pay, let's say, $500 or all the way up to the same amount as what your rent amount is. I like to tell people, try to at least have 1 month of rent saved for a rainy day, for hard times. So if your rent is $1,000, have $1,000 in your savings account for a rainy day. Then once you are approved, also keep in consideration, before getting approval, there are some non-refundable fees that most apartments have you to fill out to just make sure that you're first going to be approved. And that is like an application, and that's a fee. Sometimes it ranges from $50, $75, maybe $100 per applicant. So everyone over the age of 18 years old that's staying in the house has to fill that out, and they're going to pretty much check your credit, your background, criminal background. They're going to take your bank check stubs, and maybe your check stub from work, just to make sure that you're making the 3 times the rent with one person, or a total of however many applicants are staying in the house. So if you know you have something on your criminal background, that may be a concern. Or if you've stayed at apartments, if someone in your that's staying with you has stayed in their own apartment or signed on another lease with someone else prior, they're going to look to see if they have a history of being kicked out, or didn't get their deposit back. Those things are red flags. If you did not stay the whole time of your lease, all of those things can affect you from being approved. Criminal background, of course, can affect you. Some, not all things, but some things can affect you. So we've talked about making 3 times the rent, your deposit, and once all of that is taken care of, then it's the fun part. Once you are approved, you'll get a date of when your move-in time will be, and you get to go shop for your apartment. I told my daughter that is now moved out in her own apartment, do what I did. One of the things I did when I still stayed at home was I did a room at a time. Back in my day, Walmart had layaway all year round, so I would go and say, okay, I'm gonna do my kitchen stuff. Everything that's needed in the kitchen, I put it on layaway. If you can't put it on layaway, just start making you a list. You know you're gonna need fork, knives, spoons, pots, pans, bowls, plates, cups, glasses, dish, everything you need. Rags for washing dishes and things like that, maybe rugs for the floor, and you may want to get other appliances. There's so much, the air fryer, a deep fryer, a Keurig. It's so much other appliances. It goes on and on, but you want to at least start with your basic and add to it. So once you get that list checked off for buying those things, if you're still staying at home, the smart thing to do is buy it now while you don't have those heavy bills. Then move on to your next room, bathroom, and then your bedroom, and then your living room, and just on and on and on. And that way, when you move in, you have at least your basic, and you can continue to add to that. And it won't be so overwhelming trying to move in. And hey, let your parents or a great friend throw you a housewarming. That's a great way to go and do a registry and put things that you know you want but can't afford to buy it all at once at this time. Make a list, go shop and have fun with it. Make your registry, give it to the person that is doing your invitations, and that way people will know what your list is. They can go online, they can buy from your list and help you out and bring that to the housewarming. So that's another great tip. You also want to consider location. You want to look up crime in that area. You want to look at the reviews of the different apartments and see what the vents are from the people who already stayed there, because you're going to tour the apartment, and the one that you tour, the apartment that they allow you to look at, is going to be pretty, it's going to be nice, they're going to keep that one up, but you don't know how the other units are. You don't know if that place has roaches, rats. You don't know if it's been crime at that residence or surrounding area, whatever. Those are very important things to look into. If you don't have to commute, you want to definitely try to get an apartment close to your workplace. You don't have to do that much commuting. If you don't drive, you definitely want to take that in consideration, right? Location is everything. Whether you drive or not, who wants to waste gas when they don't have to? If you're close by a hospital, that's a plus. If you're close by shopping centers so you can get your groceries, or just like a Target, a Walmart, or a mall, those are pluses as well. So these are just some great tips. I hope that I have been helpful. I'm sure there's so much more that we can discuss about it. But hey, let's have a conversation. What are some things that I left out or you want to add to what I said? Put it in the comments. Let's help out our young generation that is ready to move out. Have a good day, you guys. Bye.